All right, so should you get that stock number, another one? All right. All right, we're going to take the Jeep Gladiator out for a ride. So that's what we're going to do now. And even though I just think I'm not going to be impressed because of it's just less power. It's going to be a less powerful vehicle. So it'll be interesting. I've owned it too. So I've had this vehicle. But it's a good looking vehicle. I mean, for the record, I think this stealth gray package looks great. Okay, the gentleman's gonna pull it out for me here. There's that good old V6 Pennstar motor. And here we go. All right, there you go. A lot of vehicles. So that the back end is a Ram 1500 suspension. So this vehicle here, I mean, it's just a solid vehicle. I mean, it really is. It really is a nice. I really like the accents, the colors. So it's a good looking truck. I mean, nice, very nice. But I wish it had the 4xe motor. Isn't that funny? You know, you'd think, why would you want a 4-cylinder motor in this? I really wish it had the 392. And why? Look at this here. Look at this interior. And why they don't put a 392 in this thing is just beyond believable. Why won't they do it? For the last run, why won't they do it? What's your gut instinct tell you?
They're bringing the 392 back for 2024.
They are or not?
They are.
You know that?
Yep.
So, but will it come available in the Gladiator? My understanding, you can't get it.
You can't get it, but you can, but can't.
But what about the diesel?
Diesel? I'm not sure if they're going to bring the diesel back.
My understanding is the diesel's done. 23 is it.
You're going to go to the gas.
Oh, wow. Now, why does it feel like I have more room, or it's just because the seat went back further?
Seat went back further.
It just, there's no difference. Here you go, gas ticket.
Yeah, we're going to go to the gas.
Can you believe it? You picked the one that has to have gas.
What, man?
Can't believe it. It's all right. You're going to get the second key anyways for other vehicle, right? It'll all be worthwhile. So this is a lot of vehicle compared to the Wrangler, if you know what I mean. So I'll put a few bucks in. We'll just go through and get some gas. I don't care. I'll spend $5 to have fun with you.
You're not putting any money on. They'll just put gas in.
I can put it in. I ain't worried about that.
I'm not gonna put gas.
I mean, for me, I'm not worried about it.
Gas.
Yeah, I know, but who cares? I'm not worried about it. You don't worry about it. I can do it. All right, you know, this thing's peppy. I mean, I will say that much. It is peppy. All right, I'll get it. I got it, man. Take your time. You don't have to do that. I'm telling you, I'll do it. Jesus, great. Yeah. Hard knocks. Yeah, so anyways, so I like the color interior. That's really cool, right? And pricey, though. So this is where, for me, I just don't know. Oh, 63. And they've got incentives on these things. I think I could probably get this close to the price of that Willys. Wow. So here's the optional equipment. Leather trim, trailer tow package, tonneau, black freedom, violet color. So nice. Yeah, actually, I thought this thing would be about 69 or 70. So I don't know. This is dangerous. Very dangerous. I mean, very dangerous. It's just a good looking truck. I only put in like 2 gallons. You're good. I wouldn't put that much in.
Yeah, but
Say what now?
for the other people whenever I need it.
All right, so now, as far as this here goes, I mean, definitely, I mean, I don't know. I mean, within reason, I think it's really, if you kind of get into it, you're going to really probably notice the big difference.
Oh, yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's a good motor. I mean, the good thing is it's a true and tried motor, right? I mean, so let's talk about the pluses and minuses. So right now, what are the pluses of the Gladiator over the Wrangler?
You got a big trunk space or a bed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so motor-wise, I mean, you know as well as I know.
Motor, essentially, but I mean, it depends on the trim. I'll put it this way. So if you get a Rubicon from Rubicon on the Gladiator versus a Rubicon Wrangler, it's literally, in my personal opinion, it's almost the same car. One has a bed, one doesn't have a bed. You can do the exact same functionalities. You can do the exact same things on either vehicle. They do the exact same thing. It all comes down to one's longer and more stable versus the other around turns and stuff like that.
Right. So what's the factory tire? 33 on this?
33 is on these.
And you can put a 35 without a lift, right?
Correct.
Okay, so now I'm kind of getting into it. You know, not bad. I mean, all rowdy. She gets up.
The scoops.
She gets on the road considering it's a Jeep. But I wonder if the foot-pounds of torque is on this. 350, 325? Do we even know? We don't know. All right, so a little different instrumentation, but kind of still the same. And I mean, it's just incredible how the first Jeep Gladiators back in May of 2020, and I gave up my Toyota 4Runner Pro for it. Yeah, I gave up my factory ordered 2000, I believe, 18 Toyota 4Runner for the Jeep Gladiator. But I think it was May of 2019. Yeah, it was May of 2019 when I bought that vehicle from the same dealership here, the Firecracker Red. And I really regretted selling that vehicle. So now here, kind of, you know, it isn't bad. I mean, in all reality, power so far, it isn't, it's not.
260 pound-feet of torque.
What is it now?
260 pound-feet of torque.
And 280 horsepower.
85 horsepower.
Yeah, so that's interesting how it's such kind of lower numbers. So that 4xe with that battery pack has double, it's like 200 more foot-pounds of torque, right or wrong. I mean, just beyond believable. Why wouldn't they have done the 4xe in this Jeep Gladiator? No, but here's the thing. Driving it right now.
So the Wrangler 4xe has 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque.
Wow. So 200 plus foot-pounds of torque more in the 4xe. Wow. That's incredible. But right now, and I mean, this thing has no problem whatsoever on the road. But here's the thing. Definitely feeling the steering more in this a little bit because these bigger tires. So I definitely feel a little bit more. But at the same time, this is a longer wheelbase. And that rear 1500 suspension on this really does give it a much more stable and solid footprint of driving down the road. So it's not really too bad. It's not really giving me much challenge right now, and I'm at pretty good speeds. So wow.
If you click
Good.
up on the button right there.
Say what now?
If you click on the toggle switch to go up, you can actually put the speedometer up there. So
Yeah, right. I get you. Yep. So yeah, so the Nike I've had. There you go. All right. So yeah, very respectable, really nice. And here's the challenge. I mean, on the Jeep Willys, there's some discount on that. I mean, do you think we're $1,000 spread on this to the Jeep Willys more, or a $5,000 spread, or what's your guess? Without even getting into the numbers, or is it something?
Getting into the numbers.
Just guessing. Same number? Discounted more. They're more aggressively discounting the Gladiators than they are the other vehicles.
Aggressively discounting the Gladiators more than the 4XCs.
Right.
So with that being said, the Wranglers have no rebates. They really don't have that many incentives on them, really. So the dealer discount with incentives, depending on what you qualify for, is very minimal.
Right.
So with that being said, compared to a Gladiator, we have roughly almost between dealer discount and incentives anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000 off. Now it fluctuates per person, obviously, depending on what you qualify for. So
Yeah.
you can get $6,000 off, you can get $8,500
Right.
bucks.
Right. Yeah, but the
But
Jeep.
when it comes to pricing between the way these are priced, the Willys and this one is about $5,000 for each other. The way they're priced.
As far as MSRP. But with the discount between two of them, this is probably close to the Willys price.
Correct.
I don't think.
The last time I looked, because I did this exact comparison last weekend for a client, they were looking at a Wrangler,
cheaper or Rubicon more?
Rubicon's cheaper than the Mojave.
Okay, I got you. But Mojave over the Rubicon, which is the better package?
All comes down to what are you going to use it for. The Mojave's more built for desert running. Rubicon's more for off-roading.
So the suspension's a little different?
The suspension's different.
So this would be a softer suspension.
Yes.
So it's a little more comfortable. It's not as rigid, which that's what I'm noticing.
Right.
It's a really comfortable ride.
Yep.
I mean, wow. So all I've ever owned is the Rubicons. But the Rubicon's a little bit more because of the suspension. Right?
Right. Now, one of the cool things you'll notice in the difference between a Rubicon and a Mojave is they don't offer these seats that you're sitting on right now in the Rubicons. So you can't get these white, like the slate gray, steel gray interior seats.
Right, yeah.
In the Rubicon, you only have an option of the saddle brown or the black. Versus on a Mojave, you have black as an option and the steel gray as an option.
Nice.
And if you notice the stitching, it's orange outlining throughout the whole entire car.
Yeah, I like that.
Stitching's orange, that's because it's a Mojave. So that's how you know it's a Mojave with the stitchings.
The accents. Right.
Correct. So the accents of the Rubicon and the stitchings of a Rubicon is red. Now, and that's how it differentiates through certain models. The Rubicon 392s, if you've noticed, is gold, bronzish, depending on who's seeing the color.
Right. Yeah.
And then you have the 4XCs, and all of them are blue. Like the blue accenting throughout the whole car.
Right. You know, but this thing here, I mean, she's good. I mean, there's no lag in the power. Now, I'm sure if you came to towing capabilities, yeah, you're going to notice it a lot more. But if you're not towing this vehicle right now, power-wise, this is no slouch. I mean, this thing is not struggling. So even though the horsepower and torque numbers are significantly less, it's incredible on how you don't really feel that in this vehicle. I mean, you're not like feeling disappointed on driving this vehicle and not having enough power. So in all reality, I would have to honestly say that it would be a very challenging decision not to buy this because you think that you're missing so much power. You don't feel it.
Correct.
You know, I mean, versus if you really is driving this and I really felt these things underpowered, I'd instantly be like, nah, no way, I'm not interested in this vehicle. But this is dangerous. Yikes. So now we're gonna go back to dealership and we're gonna go test drive the diesel Rubicon Wrangler. And my daughter is en route to meet us here at the dealership now to get her plum crazy input, which I'll show you that shortly. All right, so now we're outside the 2023 Jeep Mojave package. Look at the Fox shocks. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a really nice setup. So on the Mojave, is it like an inch higher, 2 inch higher?
It is an inch higher
Suspension,
33-inch tires.
right?
You can put 35s on it, but it all depends on the offset of the wheel that you end up putting.
But you can put 35s on that wheel right there.
Correct.
You could. Okay. So for the Mojave package, the Fox shocks, little different suspension, a little softer suspension. Up front, Fox shocks, different coil spring, or do you even know? Do you even kind of?
I would have to double check.
Right.
Because I don't have it on the top of my mind. I
So-
know exactly what they're doing to it.
So what is that up there? What's that cylinder? Do you even know? It's painted like the Fox, the Fox color. Do you even know what that is? Is that a steering dampener? That would be my guess.
Verify.
Right. So this has like a 44 Dana rear axle, front axle, the stabilizer bar disconnect. Does this have the upfitter switches? I didn't even look at that. Did they include that?
Have the auxiliary pack on this one.
I'm sorry?
Does not have the auxiliary.
Believe it or not, I bought years ago from one of my other Jeeps. Right here would be the auxiliary switches. I bought the whole wiring harness kit from my other Jeep.
Yeah, you could buy it.
So you can have plug and play right up here.
Yeah.
Right.
That parts department will be able to get that part for you and get it all situated.
But I have it.
You have it
I
already?
bought it years ago for my 2018 Jeep JL, and then I sold it. I never put it in.
If it
So I have
fits,
the whole
we'll
wire. Yeah, it should.
If it does, we'll put it on.
Right, okay. All right. Anything else special about the Mojave for the consumers out there? It's the orange accents. So the Mojave, Rubicon. Which one would you own?
Mojave, 100%.
All right. There's the kid, and she's being challenged because this place is busy. So let me help her out here. Yeah, there you go. Just park there. Just park there. There you go. You're good. Leave it there. Leave it there. Hey there. Hi. How are you?
Good.
All right. So I test drove the Willys
What is
Jeep. Now I just drove that. I tell you what, that thing's a lot of
that?
fun.
I don't like that.
Oh well.
What Willys?
The Willys Jeep. You'll see
I
it.
don't like gladiators at all. They're
there.
so ugly.
But look at the interior.
It doesn't make a difference. I think they are ugly. I think
Not when you have nice tires and wheels on them.
I don't like this at all. And I would never drive this.
Oh yeah, right.
I actually wouldn't.
Hey, what's here in front? Hey, there's a Hellcat behind us that locked us in. It's kind of too bad.
I don't want to take that out.
We've already done that. We're gonna have to go back to the other side of the dealer to get the diesel.
I'm kind of confused on what you've driven.
We're
You're not being clear to me. I know you drove this.
And I drove the Willys.
What's a Willys?
It's
Where
the
is
Jeep
it?
Wrangler. Jeep Wrangler.
Where?
It's at the parking lot over there. We'll go over
What
there in a
color?
second. It's that.
Green.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay, gee whiz. Wow. Jeez. Wow. Wow. The negativity, man. Attitudes are prevailing. Wow. Yikes. Somebody.
I just don't like this.
Yeah, you like the purple one.
Or the gray Earl.
That's what I'm talking about. The gray Earl Willys.
You said green. I just
No,
said if
gray
it was
Earl. See that
green.
color over there?
I know what Earl is.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like
Cool. Okay. All right.
Part of your shopping if you get that 4-cylinder.
Really? Wow. Kid is heck bent on it's her way or the highway. I mean, this has turned into. We haven't even driven the diesel vehicle yet, and she's already just calling me out that I drive 4-cylinders. I'm wimpy, and if I drive an electric car, I'm even
The camera
wimpier.
is so clear.
Yeah, it sure is. So, all right. I think I got that right. All right. So the kid is already like, well, let's just buy the purple one. Conversation's over. Yep. Right. Okay. Yikes. All right. So now, did we get the key for the black one? Did you grab the black key?